Okay, the inspiration for this video, it's quite simple. It might shock a couple of you, but okay, so I was riding in my Coyote powered, oh yeah, it's a freaking Coyote 5.0. Yeah, I know it's not that fast, but still. But just bear with me. 2011 Mustang GT, and I'll add in there that it's a California special. Like, if that makes a difference, it just has some weird, stupid, old retro Shelby appearance package. Anyways, I digress. When suddenly a toaster, let me repeat that, suddenly a toaster on four wheels that looks like it got stretched out by a freaking black hole while carrying an entire kid's soccer team pulled up next to me at the light. And I lost a bit of my pride that day, you see, after only beating it by a fender. Ladies and gentlemen, this is before you buy a Ford Flex. Now, I would be lying if I didn't tell you I almost traded in my Mustang GT for a Ford Flex, okay? And you know what? I have a strong feeling there's a couple of you out there, after you're done watching this video, you might be doing the same thing too. Now, the more I research this car, the more, okay, actually it's like a crossover SUV, but technically it's also a car. You'll find out about that literally in just a couple of seconds. The more I researched about this car, the more I asked myself, how the hell did this car go under the radar for so many years without being detected, okay? Did you guys know the Flex actually sits on the Taurus platform, right? Like, who cares, right? Well, trust me, it's going to get a lot better. You're going to care. I'm going to get you to care by the end of this. Oh, man, here we go. Look, the Ford Flex came with two engine options. There was a naturally aspirated 3.5 V6 that made a pretty respectable 262 horsepower, which was eventually bumped up to 287 HP in 2013. Keep a tab on that number, 2013. And then there's the 3.5 EcoBoost. This bad boy was twin turbocharged, making 355 horsepower, which was then bumped up to 365, you guessed it, in 2013. So you notice that little trend right there? Both the turbo and the non-turbo engines made more power as of 2013, something you should definitely keep in mind if you're buying one of these. And just in case you're a bit sketchy on buying a turbo car, that Ford actually guarantees both turbos for either 100,000 miles or 10 years. Rag the ish out of that Flex and then just trade it in for a newer one. Now, another reason to get the EcoBoost Flex is because it came with all-wheel drive, but it gets better. It gets better. That's because the all-wheel drive system on this little low-key crossover mama's SUV can actually send all the power from the front wheels to the rear if the situation calls for it.
Programme avec le même véhicule et qui en a surpris plusieurs par sa précision lors du programme du 19 juillet dernier ici à Pont.
Which makes this Sunday Walmart grocery getter one of the best sleepers of the last decade. Zero to 60 in the boosted Flex is achieved in 5.5 seconds. And that's no modifications done to the car. That's not gutting it. I mean, you know, that's no changing the tires, you know, because we always say we're going to just buy a family car. We're not going to race it up and Next thing you know, we're taking out the back seats. It's okay. The kids can sit in the floor. Yeah, you know what? We'll move them to the trunk, and it just gets worse and worse. Keep that in mind. 0 to 60, 5.5 seconds, bone stock. Top speed, 154 miles per hour. To put that into perspective, the Coyote, Mustang Coyote, Mustangs, top speed is 155 mile an hour. Now, I'm talking about the S197, just a regular 5.0. Okay, keep that in mind. That's just 1 mile more. That means you'll never be late for soccer practice ever again. The crazy thing is, the more I look at this weird car SUV hybrid, the cooler it starts to look. The fact it comes twin turbocharged with an active all-wheel drive system doesn't hurt either. You can fit an entire family in this thing. You can fold the seats down and fill it up with freaking lumber, whatever the hell you got to do, man. You can murder it out, just black it all out. It already comes with these weird looking Megatron LED lights. Black out the tires, man. Just, if only I had one more kid. That way I can, wait a minute. If I had one more kid, then I can justify trading in the Mustang for a Flex. Honey, I think we need to talk.